players said yesterday, that maybe they should try some different things, either with the warm-up or whatsoever. Or what can you do, I guess, to kind of get the team going early in games?
Well, I mean, there's not much. I don't want to not take any responsibility, but I mean, other than the meetings. But what you can do in the warm-up is you can push yourself skating. I was always thought when I played that if, sometimes you hate doing conditioning drills in the warm-up, but it's not going to hurt you. You're not going to get exhausted where you can't play, and you'll be ready, rather than the other way of just skating around for 15 minutes and then not getting a good sweat on and coming out and taking 5 minutes or 3 or 4 shifts to get into the game.
You guys have dropped the opening goal in the last 4 games, but it really hasn't slowed you down. Obviously, you guys have won them. I mean, what do you think that says about the team?
Well, we've got a lot of resiliency in our group, and now they believe that they can win. So it makes it easier to come back. If you don't believe you can win, then you're in trouble. But at this stage, we still believe that we can come back from, at least a 2-goal deficit. I don't think we've had to come back from anything more than that. But I mean, it would be something like I'd like to end and see how we defend with a 2-goal lead.
With this rivalry, what does it mean when both teams are going good?
It means for some great hockey in Southern California, and intensifies the crowd. It gets. I know the game at Honda Center. It was very loud, more loud than I've heard a usual Southern California crowd. But it's two teams that don't like each other going at it. I thought just in any sport, I think that's a great thing.
Bruce, do the Kings look more formidable now than maybe earlier in the season?
Well, they look like they're playing like they were at the end of last year, which culminated in the Cup. So I would have to say that that's a positive for them. But at the same time, I've always thought that they're formidable. I mean, I look at them with their work ethic and their skill and their depth and their size and their skating ability is probably the best team we'll have faced.
Shelley says we expect it to be a very physical game tonight. Do you feel the same way?
Well, when two teams don't like each other, it usually ends up that way.
Bruce, you saw quite a bit of Jeff Carter when he was in Philly, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. He's playing awfully well right now. What are his attributes? What makes him the player that he is?
He's got a tremendous release and he can skate. And those are the best two. I mean, he anticipates well, but I mean, he can really skate. He's big, and his shot is as good as anybody's in the league.
Penalty killing has been coming up big during this run here. What are you seeing differently?
Well, they're starting to pay a little more attention to what Brad's trying to teach them, and we're using the same penalty killers. I mean, one of the things at the beginning of the year, we were experimenting with a lot of different penalty killers, and now we've at least solidified 6 guys, and we're running with the 6 for the most part.